Hey guys, Shane Stars with DroidForums.net. You know me better as Droid Modder X, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys my full review of the Carbon ROM on the RAZR HD. Now, in the description I'll also include a link on how to install this with download links for the ROM and the G apps as well. But today we're going to focus on the performance of this ROM and all the functions in the ROM itself. So first of all, we'll go ahead and open up the About phone and see what we're working with. Of course, this is Android version 4.2.2. There is a newer version available, which is Android version 4.3. You can get that as well, and like I said, I'll include a link in the description where to download that. This is the Carbon version that was out on 8.04, so about a month old here, but it's a really great ROM here. Okay, you'll notice that everything moves very smoothly. And this is a Nexus-like AOSP experience that you're going to get with the Carbon ROM. No moto blur at all on this ROM, on the RAZR HD. All moto blur has been totally removed. No bloatware from Verizon or anything like that in this ROM. So we'll go into settings. First of all, let's just go ahead and get the cat out of the bag here. You guys can see that this does include Halo. You can see it right here. This is just a quick way to get your notifications. It's like a little bubble that floats, similar to Facebook chat heads, and it gives you all of your notifications, of at least the ones that you've pinned. If we open up the Halo application here, you can pin any application you like and get notifications from those applications. And then you can swipe to dismiss the notifications, clear the notifications. You can go to Gmail or Gtalk or whatever the application is by swiping right or left, or you can double tap it to move it anywhere on the screen, like so. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but you guys get the picture. You can even remove it from the screen. We'll go into settings to look at some of the features. Before we do that though, let's talk about performance. Like you guys can see, the ROM does move very smoothly. It's very quick. It gets pretty good quadrant scores, and then of course everybody wants to know is the camera function. Of course, with Motorola devices, sometimes ROMs, there are some missing functionality. Camera doesn't function, the browser's not functioning, 4G may not be functioning. Of course, I'm running this ROM right now Wi-Fi only, but to my knowledge the 4G does work, so all of your reception is going to work on this ROM. The camera does work. Of course, there's nothing to take a picture of. We throw something down there. Okay, you guys can see that the camera does work. And the video camera works. And panorama mode does work. You guys get the picture. Front-facing camera is working as well. And so is the front-facing video camera. No force closes in the camera. Camera's functioning very well. As far as I know, Bluetooth is functioning here. And the torch is also functioning. So we'll go into settings and check out some of the features of the ROM. There's the About Carbon button. This tells you about the creators of Carbon. If you go into Halo, here are some Halo settings. Interface. You can change your carrier label, so whenever you drag the notification bar down, you'll have a custom carrier label. Normally go with Droid, Modder X. When we drag it down, you see the custom carrier label there. You change your notification drawer style transparency settings. You can change the UI mode for phone, tablet, or phablet. You can change to dual panel mode. You change your hardware keys. If you had them, on this phone we have software keys, so that doesn't even really apply to us. You can use this power button torch, so that way you can turn on the flashlight with the power button. When the screen's turned off, like so. It's a pretty cool feature, just allows you to get to your torch very quickly. So there is a warning here on the power button torch. It says that if you have a non-removable battery, you may have a little bit of trouble with this. I just had a little bit of trouble with this. Whenever I turned on the torch, the screen wouldn't turn on, and I had to reboot the device by holding the power button until the device rebooted. So you'll need to use that one with caution. You have the CRT screen off animation. So you have the options to turn on the CRT screen off and CRT screen on animations. There's a low battery warning that you can change there. You can show your Wi-Fi network name if you like, and wake up on charge. So whenever you plug in your device, the phone will wake up. That can be annoying if it's a dark room, and you can choose to disable that. Lock screen, there are some lock screen settings. So you can turn on each individual function in the lock screen that you like. Navigation buttons, you can change the order and the layout of the buttons. There are Pi controls. To enable these, you would turn them on here. Okay, so there it. There are your Pi controls. Okay, you do have Pi controls, so you would just simply enable these. Of course, you have all kinds of settings for your Pi controls. You can choose your gravity, which is where the Pi controls will come from. The right side is where they'll come from here. You have your power menu. That would be whenever you press and hold the power button. There's your power menu. You have all kinds of settings for that. Power widgets. If you don't like the settings toggles that come with Android, you can change or you can use these power widgets instead, which just gives you a bar of widgets at the top there of your notifications. Those can all be changed and customized. You have some status bar settings. You can change your battery icon. You can add a battery bar. You can change the clock. And then you have your status bar toggles. You can set these up however you like. That would be these. You can customize those any way you like. You also have the dark carbon setting, which just turns everything into a dark theme. You have some performance settings. And it looks like it is already maxed out on the clock speed, 1.5 gigahertz. You can turn down the clock speed to save on battery, and you can change the CPU governor to save on battery as well. You can apply themes. Any CM10 or AOKP style theme from the Play Store can be applied in this ROM. A permissions manager and super user settings. You do have some custom wallpapers for Carbon. And you do have a new boot animation. So we'll go ahead and reboot the device so you guys can check out the new boot animation. That has been my full review of the Carbon ROM. For the most part, this ROM performs well. There are a few little bugs and glitches that I did notice in the ROM, like when I was going through the settings and trying to enable a few things like that torch for power button. That didn't work so well, but it did have a warning saying that it wasn't going to work perfectly. Camera works perfectly. Bluetooth should work. Getting perfect signal with this ROM as well, and it is very snappy and buttery smooth. So that is the Carbon ROM for the RAZR HD. You find more of me at Droid Forums, where I will have news on a regular basis. I write articles there pretty much daily. Thanks guys for watching. I'll see you in the forums.